Hey everybody, it's Megamoose555 bringing you my first LP of the Toontown CFO. Yeah, and this is my first LP. I was actually inspired by Nintendo Capri Sun and Choga Conroy, which you may have heard of. I have them both on my channel, so you should check their channels out too. And yeah, the first LP is the hardest, isn't it? Or at least that's what I hear, because I've never done an LP. Even though this isn't much of an LP, it's more of just the CFO with commentary. So, and I'm deciding if I should cut this to two parts or not, because it's about 16 minutes long. I'm thinking about maybe 8 minutes apart or 7 minutes apart. So, yeah. But otherwise, I'm gonna start uploading regularly on the weekends, and I'm going to be recording on the weekends. So what I'll be recording, I don't know, because I don't actually have the best screen recorder because I had to mute the background sound because it's just messes it up. Like if you heard the sound right now, the sound from this right here, these elephant trunks and the horns and stuff, those wouldn't have come into play until a lot later. When I was listening through this the first time, later on in the second part of the fight, I heard that from the first part of the fight, so the sound really lags. And let me know what you think of the video quality, definitely, because I'm thinking about getting Fraps. If anybody would, unless you have a better recommendation, yeah. But back to my uploads. I'm gonna starting this upcoming weekend. I'm going to be recording from Wizard 101 and probably doing like Malastairs Dungeon or oh God, I can't think of that one. It's underwater on Trenton Avenue. You might know it, but otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna be recording that and posting one each day, starting next weekend because I don't have the time this weekend and yeah, or this week. So got a lot going on and well, plus I think I've got a baseball game next weekend on Saturday, so I'm gonna have to record it on start recording it maybe on Friday night or I don't know. I gotta think this through actually. But anyways, more about me. I am new, I guess. You want to call me a noob? Be my guest. I love that word, and I think it just sounds cool. I don't know why people get offended by that. Noob. It just sounds so cool. Sorry, I kind of like burping while I'm talking here. Yeah, noob sounds really cool. So I don't know how that's offensive. I know you're new, and you know people would think that you're just noobish, I guess. But basically, how do you put this? A noob isn't a bad thing. It's really not. I guess it's just more of you're new at it and you don't really understand what's going on. Except I understand what's going on, obviously. Let's just make sure this is recording. Okay, good. I was worried my sound wasn't recording there. I'm actually post commentating because as I told you, my sound screws up. Yeah. So, a little bit more. Well, I actually have something that I'd like to tell you. You might find kind of funny. So, before I started recording my voice, I actually was like, I'll go to the bathroom. So then I get up out of the room that I'm recording in on my laptop and walk out. And I go towards the office where my main computer is. I turn in the office, trying to go to the bathroom. Then I'm like, wait, this isn't the bathroom. Yeah, sometimes I forget where the bathroom is. That's just sad. And oh god. Yeah, I have a cough, a pretty bad cough. Well, it was pretty bad. I've had it since maybe Thursday. Yeah, and after I cough, I gotta clear my throat. So sorry if you hear me doing that quite a bit during this recording. So, yeah. God damn, it's freezing. Yeah, and sometimes my voice will act up because of this cough too. Oh yeah, and I had to actually cut the lawn today, and it was cold. I'm telling you now, it was cold. Because here, we've been having such wonderful weather, and like in the 70s, and it gets freezing. Like early on in March, March weather is typically in the 50s or 60s, because, it's spring. Well, we've been having like summer weather like in the 70s and 80s. That's been great. I mean, but then all of a sudden, it comes back to March weather, which doesn't make any sense because we're having such wonderful weather. And then we get to March weather. I don't get it. Well, let's talk about the game a little bit. The CFO doesn't exactly. It's more of a random boss. And yeah, it's more of a random boss, and he sends out random cogs. And I actually have a funny part for the ending of this battle. So they're not the battle, not the entire battle, but the first part. He's trying to stop us. You'll see for yourself. But see, he can send out between level 1 and 12. So it varies a lot. And sometimes he can be so annoying. But other times he can be as easy as maybe even easier than the VP, like the Vice President. And for those of you who don't know, the CFO stands for Chief Financial Officer. But you probably already knew that because it's not really that complicated. I'm running out of things to say, so yeah, pause there. But the thing is, what you typically want to do on this guy is you'd have one person. Well, depending on the level, if he sends out level 11s, then you want to use one foghorn, and then everybody else wants to use an elephant trunk, and you'll dispose of all the cogs very easily. But if he has a level 12, you want to use two foghorns and two elephant trunks. Or I believe that's what it is. If it's not, I'll put something up on screen, and I'll do further research into that. So yeah, I think we're gonna end off this part here. So this will be continued in part 2. So I will see you then. Just kidding. We're gonna continue this on for a little bit longer here, because I want to at least finish the first round before we go on to part 2. And I'm gonna scroll down and check out how much more we've got to go. I do believe this part, or not part, this part of the battle, will be ending fairly shortly. Because then I'm going to cut it and go to the next part. Because as you can see, when he doesn't send out any more cogs, that means he's getting very weak. So, well, that was my finger, I just snapped it. So he's obviously he's not going to send out very many more cogs after this. Oh, wait, I was wrong. Yeah, see what I mean there by that cough, like, altering my voice? My voice doesn't usually go that high. Yeah, there's another example of me coughing. And, yeah. Alright, see, that's a problem. If there's level 12s, and one person doesn't use the right kind of sound, the level 12s live. Or, I think they're level 12s. I can't exactly read it, because I'm watching this in small... Oh, they're level 11? Alright, well, whatever. I'm watching this in a smaller screen, so yeah. So it's kind of hard to tell what it is, what level, because it's all kind of blurry. You might be able to see it when you watch this in full screen, but don't worry about that. And now, this is how you can tell if it's the last cog. Because he doesn't send out any more, the last one standing there. But now watch this. This is just hilarious, alright? So, alright, if he's tuning up, we're gonna take out the last cog. And then, dun dun dun. It's weird how I can do that with my tongue. But whatever, we take out the last cog thinking, yep, we're done. And then, his head explodes. And then, of course, the CFO sends out a level 1 cold caller. Seriously? Why? Why would you do that? Why? A level 1? That's just sad and depressing. Oh, geez, my voice is cracking there. Yeah. So, I'm gonna end this off here. So, I will see you next time on Toontown CFO.